Bagpipes have such an iconic connection to Scotland, it's hard not to hear the sound of them when you think of the country. But have you ever considered why they are so entwined with Scottish culture, or what other instruments might influence Scottish music? Though many people associate bagpipes almost exclusively with Scotland, the origin of the instrument actually spans many early civilizations, from Spain to France to Egypt. The pipes are even mentioned in ancient Greek and Roman plays. Many experts believe the instrument may have originated in India at least 3,000 years ago. After global trade and migration brought the bagpipes to Scotland, the instrument quickly became a part of Scottish life. Most towns hired a piper who would play for the townspeople on all occasions, and some churches even favored bagpipes over the traditional church organ. The bagpipes gained international visibility when Highlanders began playing them on the battlefield, and the instrument gained a strong association with warfare thereafter. While the bagpipe's popularity faltered in many cultures, the Scottish people continued to celebrate and embrace the bagpipe as their national instrument, and have made it an outstanding part of their culture. Today, you'll come across pipers in Scotland entertaining crowds on the street, playing in parades and at Highland Games, and performing during holidays and music festivals throughout the year. Though the bagpipe features heavily in Scottish music, it's not the only music tradition with influences in Scotland's music scene. Evidence suggests that lyres and Celtic harps were regarded as the national instrument of Scotland even before bagpipes were popular, with some lyres found in the region dating from 2300 BC. Some historians believe the Celtic harp may have been the precursor to the modern European harp, which is widely used today. Royal iconography suggests that harpers were extremely valued in society, with many kings of Scotland employing them in their courts until the end of the Middle Ages, when the bagpipe started to become the region's instrument of choice. In the early 17th century, the adoption of the fiddle in the Highlands led to the incorporation of oral histories, myths, and stories into ballad form, which were then collected as folk songs in the 18th century. Renowned Scottish fiddlers like Neil Gow and his son Nathaniel inspired a surge of romantic idealism with their music and unique playing styles on the fiddle, and many of their compositions continue to be reinterpreted and played today. This rich tradition of Scottish folk music has played an important part in the social life and cultural values of generations of Scottish people. You are likely to hear traditional music played in the streets in many big cities, with buskers entertaining crowds with beautiful Scottish folk songs and classical fiddle tunes. In Scottish folk music, you might hear a combination of instruments such as the fiddle, accordion, bagpipes, guitar, and the Celtic harp. Scottish music is also recognizable by its cheerful melodies, which will probably make you want to dance, and that's what ceilidhs are for. Ceilidh was a term traditionally referring to any kind of social gathering with some informal entertainment, like music, storytelling, or dancing, but today it mainly denotes a night of dancing to live music. Ceilidh bands fuse all the traditional Scottish instruments and play a mixture of high-energy dances and slower waltzes throughout the night, all while calling out dance instructions so everyone, no matter the skill level, can join in. They often take place during celebratory occasions, like weddings, birthday parties, or Burns Night, which is a Scottish holiday that celebrates the life and work of poet Robert Burns, but most Scots will use any excuse to throw a ceilidh. Using the examples of the bagpipe, the Celtic harp, and the fiddle, we've seen how the evolution and adoption of musical instruments over time has defined the musical culture we see in Scotland today, from the rich oral traditions of Scottish folk music to the wild dance tunes of ceilidhs. Now, I want to invite you to think about music that you might listen to on a given day. Are there certain instruments that stand out to you? Can you identify any distinct cultural influences? And how might this music shape your understanding of the larger culture? Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out UNC's Carolina Navigators for more global educational resources.